Welcome back to Out of the Park. This is the quarantine episode, take two. Yes.
Yeah.
First one had a bit of a internet connection difficulty.
Yeah, some
We might
technical
add that
difficulties.
at the end. I don't know
Yeah.
if we can,
I
but
think
we
we need
should
to.
if we can.
I think the listeners need to see that.
So hopefully this one is a bit more clear and we can get our messages through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more on
thank
my
you.
end, but
Yeah.
it should be better now.
Thanks to everybody who's tuned in. We haven't posted in a couple of weeks, so we understand that, we haven't been that consistent. But we are back. Hopefully, we are here to stay. If this
Definitely.
works out and we get some good traction on this.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just kick it off. Peter was talking about how much we hate this.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
thinks this sucks.
It's brutal. Yeah. If you
So
would have
someone
told me,
the
it's
cup
crazy.
before this, what happened was we were just talking about how all of our days are pretty much the same. We are on West Coast time. We go to bed at 3 a.m., wake up
Yep.
at noon,
Yeah.
and there's really nothing to kill the time during the day. So Pete's in a
Seriously.
backyard football league with his brothers, and it's highly contested.
It's a
It
three-man league.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Peter's all-time QB.
Yeah.
It's just DA and
Rocket
Tom.
arm. I've made a couple throws that remind you of Mahomes. Like there's a couple sidearm slings down the field.
In the Regala backyard.
There's some slings you see, and the scouts are coming right now. Like Jordan Love and Herbert are getting back seats to me.
Do you guys play on? Do you play
Yeah.
on the course?
No, we don't, cause we're sketched out that someone's gonna op us to cause apparently some old lady's been snitching about people being
Excuse
on
me.
the courts, and
Boy.
apparently there's
That's
been
the last thing
cops
me and Peter
driving
need.
around patrolling chart. Yeah, exactly. So we're not trying to have a run-in with the law. We're trying to be in accordance with the law. I would
Of
hate to
course.
have that. So,
Yeah, me too.
but yeah, no, the games have been fun. They're definitely the highlight of the day. Otherwise, yeah, like Steve said, not really much going on. I know later on we'll get to some of the shows and stuff I know we've been watching, and we'll talk about Clean. He's been cooking and stuff, but yeah,
He's
I mean,
been
honestly,
In the
other than-
kitchen.
other
I
than
have.
shows, I don't really have much to do. I've just been kind of sitting there watching the paint dry.
Yeah, playing some Xbox, but
Yeah.
it gets
I've
old
played
real quick.
a lot of Game Pigeon. I've picked up Game Pigeon a lot.
Sure. And
My
esport,
addiction-
some might
My
say.
addiction is back.
Pete's open to challenging any listeners.
I am. Any listener. 443-758-3450. Hit me up. Any amount I'll play in 8-ball. Anagrams too. I've really been grinding
Wow.
anagrams.
Wow.
Because you got to keep up your
Improve
learning.
vocab?
Since I don't have
Okay.
since I'm not in English right now.
Yeah, and to make matters worse on this whole quarantine is just the Google Classroom spam I've been receiving in the
Oh,
past couple
God.
days. It's excessive.
I can't even
Like-
imagine.
Excessive.
You guys are in calc and stuff. That must be even worse. I get 2 classes and they're annoying. I can't imagine
It's just
it's
I genuinely feel bad. I get teachers have to do their job, but
yeah.
we're not gonna people in senior year aren't gonna be grinding for their outside assignment essay in
Yeah.
a week.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Well, are you guys both Clean? You're in honors, right?
Yeah.
Because the capstone is so annoying. They think
What's
we're
the
still,
deal with that? Is that
apparently,
canceled?
no. Apparently, for Miss Hill, we still have to do it, and it's annoying. It's very.
so did one
annoying.
teacher cancel it and Miss Hill kept it? Is that what
No,
happened?
I think a standard teacher canceled it. She sounds like she's sick. I respect that. Who's gonna be doing their I think.
What even
teachers have
is
to
that the
understand.
speech?
It's the speech. Yeah.
Well, we don't have to give a speech. We just have to write the outline.
Yeah. Now
right?
we don't even have to give the speech.
Oh yeah.
Easy
So,
peasy.
yeah, exactly.
worried.
Now
I
it's,
feel like we've
easy.
done that project every year in English, where we've had to
Seriously.
make a speech
Yeah.
on some
We have.
topic.
Each
like
year
an
they-
Ideally.
They just
It's
add
the
a minute
go-to
30.
topic.
They just add a minute 30, and they're like, "Oh, you moved up a grade level."
Yeah.
That's how my English career is gone.
It
You
just
do,
gets gradually longer and longer.
yeah, exactly. Mine, dude, I forget what my topic even's on. I seriously, I don't even know what it's on.
I think it's not racial discrimination, possibly.
Really,
I gotta check that.
I need to figure out a topic quick. I guess if we have to turn it in. But no,
Damn.
yeah. I mean, I've never thought I'd wish for school so
yeah.
much. I seriously want it back bad. Of all the years to have it happen, our senior year,
I know.
it's definitely.
Hopefully we go
definitely
back May, but
Yeah, if I was a betting man,
I would not.
I would
Yeah.
not bet on May. But
Somebody call AD and ask him
Dude,
what
we're
the
not gonna
spread
get
is on
sports
that.
back till August.
our friend AD, dude, AD needs a Purple Heart. He actually
Working at
he's out
Weiss.
there working at Weiss. He's making sure our stocks are shelved.
Uh,
If it wasn't for critical infrastructure, people like AD, we would not have an economy.
He has valuable information. He could like sell when the shelves are getting stocked with like toilet paper and like
yeah, he could.
sell it
He
under the
actually
table.
could. He could be a hoarder. He
He
could do that. AD would be a great toilet paper.
He would be
hoarder.
a great price gouger. 80
He
would be an
would.
insane
Oh, yeah.
price gouger.
Like the ATF would like
$50
barge
a
into his
roll.
house.
Like an 80-year-old woman would come up like asking for some toilet paper. He'd charge her like $90 for a roll.
Yeah, definitely. I could definitely see that happening. But yeah,
Pete, you got to move your head up. Like it's
Is it up
just
now?
at your face the whole video. It's just gonna be. There you go. Stay like that. Stay like that.
good looks.
Oh dang, it's tough for the posture.
Can't you angle your phone down?
Wait, let me try to work it a little bit.
Whoa. There
that
you
better?
go.
Yeah,
Alright,
move your
there
head
we-
down. Now
I
you're
just
too
needed
high.
some engineering. I
Move
feel like
your
this
head
is gonna
down.
fall. Down?
Yeah, now you're too high. That's
Am I-
fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
It's
That's
good,
fine.
it's
That's
good.
fine. That's fine.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about a little bit of NFL free agency.
Yeah, it's
Sure,
really the only
Pete.
thing there's been.
Colleen, Patriots fan, Pete kept saying Brady's going back to the Patriots.
That
Wrong.
was just shock.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone. What was the guy who said he was like had zero chance of going back to the Patriots? That
Jeff
reporter.
Darlington.
Yeah, everyone
Jeff Darlington.
was just
He-
dismissed him, and then
He was
100%
spot
accurate.
on. I hated on him big time.
Yeah.
I did not think he was going to be right at all, but I mean, what's crazy is it doesn't even sound like the Patriots really were like active and like
They
trying
didn't
to
even. Did
re-sign
they
him.
even give him an offer?
From what I heard, they didn't even give him an offer. Yeah.
Nope.
So
Damn.
no, they weren't even
Belichick
like making.
would rather be a year too early than a year or two
Yeah.
too late.
Yeah. It's just crazy to think though that with Brady and like how empty their team is right now, that he would do it like now after he rode with them through other times where he had Garoppolo and like he had like other potential backups, but now seems just like kind of like a weird time to like let go of them.
And I don't
especially
get
since-
why they're not pushing for Cam. Like, I feel like you have like.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
either.
Like,
Although I
or-
feel like he wouldn't be a good fit for that team
or
with
Jameis.
Belichick.
I think Jameis would be even better.
Jameis though. I could
Jameis
get
doesn't have
behind
the
that.
injury concerns that Cam does. And yeah, it's really confusing how they haven't gone after either of those guys. I mean, maybe they think Stidham's the real deal, but Stidham, the only game he was in, he threw 2 pick-sixes against
He
the
sucks.
Jets.
They're
He's
gonna pick
not good.
Hurts, second round.
Who?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen
Hurt?
Hurts.
No, Fromm. I think Fromm. Fromm's the
I
real
don't think
deal.
Fromm will be.
Fromm's a winner.
No, he's not.
Fromm is he's a purebred winner. Fromm is a beast. Hurts I like, but I just don't see him like fitting in like the New England. I don't know.
I
Like,
mean, obviously, whatever team's gonna pick him has to change their system pretty much, unless it's like
Well, there's a
Baltimore
lot
or
of-
like
there's a lot of
Seattle, but
other
like they're
teams
not gonna
that,
pick
like,
him.
have like more like running quarterback based systems. New England's not really at all a running quarterback based system. Like
I mean,
it's the
everyone
quick-
can change.
it's like
Yeah.
I mean, and Belichick
They
would be the one
definitely
guy
could
to
change.
But what do you guys think of him going to Tampa? I mean, if you told me he'd be at Tampa at the beginning of this, I'd be
Yeah,
so
I mean,
surprised.
6-10, 7-9, maybe.
I disagree with the 6-10, 7-9, but I just don't. I don't like the move. I don't know. I don't think they're.
I
Gonna
mean, he has
succeed.
weapons. He has 2 insane receivers on that team: Mike Evans,
It's
Chris
true.
Godwin.
The thing that worries me though is their offensive line. Their
Yeah,
offensive line gives up a
They,
lot.
they
of
don't have like a
sacks.
right tackle. Like their offensive line stinks.
They're gonna have to
but-
address the offensive line hard in the draft and hope that they hit like well. Because if not, Brady could be taking a beating. And that's like the one thing like he's not like if you like want to point out like a weakness.
Very
he's definitely. I
Definitely.
wouldn't say frail, but he's not
I would
great
say
under
frail.
pressure sometimes. I mean, 20 years, I wouldn't quite call him frail when he's missed like 16 total games.
That's true. I mean, the Bills GM
ACL's weak.
today called the Patriots the team to beat. They're still the team to beat, apparently. So
Really?
I don't
I
think
didn't
they're
see-
going anywhere.
I mean,
Um,
technically, but like
Technically, yeah, I don't see that. I really
You think the
Miami.
Bills are top dog now? Miami.
Miami's gonna win. Nah, I think they'll win the division.
Nah.
I think the Bills will win the division, but I think
Yeah.
Miami will be like 8-8, like on their way.
I like what the Dolphins are doing, except if they take Tua. I think if they take Tua, they're making a mistake. I think
Redskins
they're
are
gonna
picking Tua.
That is not true. They're picking Chase Young. I'd be so
They
mad
better.
if they pick Tua. I mean, it'll just be a classic Redskins.
No,
loss.
what was it? The Lions might trade up for 3-2. Like, there's gonna be. I bet you there's gonna be a big trade.
No, same. I agree. And did you hear the Dolphins are like interested in Burrow?
Yeah,
Like,
it's a trade up for 1.
they've
But
inter-
I
now
don't,
if
there's
they
no way
draft-
Cincy
No way.
trades that pick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows, dude? If the Dolphins give them a lot of picks, it could be worth it.
Yeah,
'Cause-
but Burrow's been like
But Burrow's
like last
Burrow.
year's quarterback. Like this is the one year where the like number 1 picks kind of been like a complete lock. Like it hasn't always been like
that's
Kyler was
true.
kind of a lock. Baker was kind of like Baker
Nah,
was not a lock.
I don't think either of those guys were locked.
But like, so this is the one year where there's like a true like this is the first quarterback to be picked. I feel like you have to pick that when you're Cincinnati.
Yeah, no, I mean I agree. If I was Cincy, I would take him too. Even though I don't think he's like what people think he is. I think he was more like a product of the system than he is like an extremely like gifted player. But like, yeah, I think Cincy has to take him. I think they'd be dumb if they don't. But I could see Miami with like how many picks they have trying to like persuade Cincy into giving them the pick. But I don't think it will happen. But there's a chance. I think I agree though. There'll definitely be a big trade. I think.
Yeah, I feel like Miami should just trade down. Go one more year with Rosen because they're not going to be like playoff like potential
Rosen's
this year.
Yeah,
but they're not going to be like if they get Tua, it's not like they're going to be like insane this year. You got to develop the other positions, and then next year the quarterback class like you can get someone better. Because I don't think Tua will.
I would just ride with Fitzmagic again and pick like I guess I could see trading. I guess I could see trading down, but like honestly, I would just like stay where you are and get like a talented defensive player like Simmons or like Okuda or someone like that. Because the defensive class is insane. Or use trade bait. They definitely they're the team with the most.
Any other big free agency moves?
Well, possibly. I mean,
really.
Steve, I saw your tweet about Antonio Brown and the Ravens.
Yeah.
He's frozen.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Hopefully he can hear that. Can he hear?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Is that him? Steven.
Why is my internet so garbage?
These pictures are.
There you go. You're back. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Antonio Brown working out with Lamar. Go.
Yeah, what's your take on that?
Hello.
Dude,
we should, my internet. I don't know what's happening again.
We should write on a whiteboard.
Wait, I can hear you. I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Antonio Brown working out with Lamar Jackson. I saw your tweet.
They're not social distancing. That's two negatives.
I don't think Antonio Brown's the kind of guy who's very concerned about social distancing.
He's not concerned with mental health, physical health, others' well-being. Like he's not concerned with that.
Yelling at the police.
One of the weirdest. I don't get how people can defend him. Like there's so many people who are just like defending like him.
Yeah, no, like I mean, I do kind of like think he needs help. Like I hope he gets like help and stuff. But like, I feel bad
like,
if you want him
professional
on your team.
help.
The people who want him on the
not like John Harbaugh to like straighten him out in the locker.
Yeah, the people who want him on the Ravens are the same ones who just say big trust and like started following like the Ravens like this year. If you're like a real Ravens fan, you know you don't want that in the locker room.
Definitely. Shout out to Mike Tomlin for keeping that quiet for so many years.
Facts. That's very impressive. He was able to do that. I think Steve's frozen again. Dude, the pictures he gets frozen on are so
dude, they're so deep.
Like it couldn't get picked. Like it's the best possible like picture to get frozen.
He's so happy.
Yeah, like one time he's just like dead staring, and the other time he's just having like a nice little smile.
What else? We'll just hopefully he'll come back. We'll just keep going.
We'll just hope. Yeah.
What I thought was interesting.
Well, there's a lot of unknowns still in free agency because Cam, Jameis, and Clowney, all three of like the biggest names besides Brady are still out there. So
when does free agency close?
It doesn't technically. Like, there's no date it closes, but I would assume like those guys want to sign. Is he coming back?
Am I back?
Hey,
he's back.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm back. Did you guys hear what I was saying?
No.
Well, maybe it'll show up in the recording. Hopefully. I was just talking to the camera because I was lagged out the whole time, but I'm back. I was saying my internet sucks and we can't call anyone out to fix it because Corona.
Yeah,
so we're all just locked in here with crappy internet. It's a problem.
Do you have Xfinity or Fios?
Xfinity. I'll be like sitting in my bed every night. I watch YouTube videos. I'll be sitting and I just can't even like watch YouTube videos. So I just have to like actually go to sleep and it sucks.
Just call them up. Be like, we're switching to Fios. Like if you don't like fix it, like if you
we've
don't
done
like,
that
speed up
several times,
just
and then they always like come out for free and like tinker with it, and it works for like a couple months and then it breaks again. It's getting excessive. It's seriously, but we're back now.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. You're back now.
So what I missed in the conversation? Anything important?
I have a question for you, Steve, because I saw Rosalind, a Steelers fan, responded to your tweet and said, finally, something we agree on. Wouldn't she want...
That almost changed my opinion. I kind of side with Antonio Brown a little bit more on that one.
Wouldn't she want him to go to your team and ruin the chemistry in the locker room? I don't understand why she's pro.
That's pretty funny.
I don't know. I really don't understand.
Yeah.
Some people have strange ideas on things. That's the best way to wrap it up in words. So all I know is I care about the mental health of my players on the Baltimore Ravens, and Antonio Brown is a cancer that spreads relentlessly throughout locker rooms.
I'd be very worried if I was a Ravens fan and you guys signed him. Like, very worried. Like, I think right now you guys are like the AFC Championship favorites, like to go to the Super Bowl. That would change. I seriously think just because of having Brown, like AB in the locker room.
They do need to draft a receiver though, but not Antonio Brown.
Dude, they don't even need to draft a receiver like in the first round. Honestly,
I know.
Like
the first round pick has to be a defensive player.
Everyone who's freaking out about it is like going like a little overboard. Like
the first round pick's going to be Kenneth Murray. I'm willing to bet.
Or Queen if Kenneth's off the board.
Maybe, but it has to be a linebacker or a pass rusher. Like it has.
Yeah,
to be.
Definitely front seven. Definitely someone in Curtis Weaver. I saw is like another name. Like a lot of people like. I've seen him.
And the Michael Brockers deal falling through hurt a little bit because like Derek Wolfe is like just another bum that you find on the streets to play. Like every like 3 years, the Ravens just find some bum to play D tackle for a little bit.
Derek Wolfe's kind of like. I feel like he's kind of good for the culture though. He's like he kind of fits like the Ravens. Like he's a grinder. He's a grinder
because he sucks. He has to.
I like Wolf. I think he kind of fits.
I don't know like much about Derek Wolfe. All I know is that he's not good. Well, he's not bad, but he's not like.
He's not Brock.
He's not a splash. Brockers isn't even that great either, but he's like a solid run defender.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what Derek Wolfe does.
No, Steve, we were talking before you like froze out. We were saying like, what do you think of Clowney and like Jameis still being? Wait, hold up. I don't know what's going on with my thing. Am I back? Yeah. All right.
Yes, I hear you.
Good. Okay. No, but what do you think of Clowney still being on the market? And Jameis and Cam we were talking about, but Clowney, it's kind of interesting he's still in the market because I think Clowney's like a pretty big difference maker.
He's a big name. He was asking for like $20 million a year.
Yeah, he's asking for $20 million a year, which apparently no one wanted to give him. So
like a lot of teams can't even offer. Like the Ravens could not physically offer them that. Like there's a bunch of teams that can't really offer that.
Yeah.
So like a pass rusher who's like he's a good pass rusher, but I don't think he's like top. He might be top 5, but it's like
the problem with him is like his numbers aren't like and this hurts him contract wise, but I think he's like actually very good. Is his numbers like aren't indicative of how good he actually is. Like
I feel like his numbers might like he had JJ Watt on the opposite side of the line for a lot of his career, so I feel like working like what were his numbers with Seattle? Were they insane or
not good? He had 3 sacks in 13 games, but But if you watch the games, like it's different. Like he actually is like a force. For some reason, his numbers just like don't really like pan out like the way. Like
maybe he's not the finish guy, but he's able to bring the pressure that allows somebody else to get
disruptor.
the sack.
Exactly. Yeah, his numbers aren't indicative of how much of a disruptor he is, and I think it's interesting he's still in the market. I think if a team like Tennessee gets him, that could be a good addition. I think he's a little undervalued.
Speaking of Tennessee, Derrick Henry just signed for $10.2 million. Back to Tennessee.
Oh, for the franchise tag?
Yeah.
I think the Titans made a mistake. I think they should have put the franchise tag on Tannehill. And then just
locked up Henry. They should have locked up Henry long time.
I would have just let Henry go.
Yeah, because running backs don't like develop
if he wants to come back, like re-sign him. Like, but I would just let him test free agency. Like, I would not have signed.
Big contracts shouldn't go to running backs. Like no matter how much they want to like sit out for it, like it doesn't work.
Yeah, it does, especially a running back like him because injuries are always gonna be a concern.
And like what you saw with Todd Gurley, like literally a prime example. Like he got a long-term contract and now he's not even a starter for a team. Maybe for Atlanta, but
Atlanta is the team that I thought like there was a good chance they could win the NFC South this year until I saw like the 11 first rounders thing. Like, are they just trying to be like an idiot? Like,
everybody's.
I mean, a lot of them are kind of good. They got Hayden Hurst.
Exactly. They're all kind of good.
Julio. They're all first rounders at the bottom.
Julio's solid, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley's good, in my opinion.
Where was he last year, though? Julio was so quiet.
Julio was hit or miss, but like he's so good, like gifted. Like
he's a beast.
Like he's insane. But
if Matt Ryan's still he's still pretty solid. But
I think Matt Ryan's
he's over the head.
Matt Ryan, Ridley, and Julio are good, but like their offensive line first rounders aren't like offensive line like.
Do they still have Alex Mack?
No, I don't. Maybe I don't know. I don't know them that well, but I know their offensive line first rounders aren't like stud first rounders. They're all kind of like projects. And then
Like Hayden Hurst,
Laquan Treadwell, Gurley. Like they just got first rounders who were
it's like
flaring
Trent
out.
Richardson. Like he's my first rounder for the pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you can just say you have a first rounder.
But yeah,
even though Gurley's better than Trent Richardson.
That changed my opinion. But what's your guys' take on that division? That is now easily the most interesting division in football.
Saints.
You really think? Yeah, I would say the Saints.
Well, I was gonna say the Falcons just because
Best
I'm an
quarterback in the division.
Guy. I'm an anti-Saints guy, but I have to lean Saints maybe even now.
I thought you were Bucks.
I think the Bucks
Brady was winning 55 or whatever. What Super Bowl's next?
Oh, I do think like if the Bucks slide in a wild card, especially now with the 7 team. Wait, that's another thing. Is the playoffs like officially 7 teams now?
Yeah. Yes, we have NFL.
No,
CBA.
I thought it was 2021 though.
No, it's 2020 season. They were reaching an agreement. I'm pretty positive. I could be wrong, but they were reaching an. I'm pretty sure positive it's this year.
Okay. Because I was confused because they said the CBA still had 1 more year left, so I thought they'd finish out this CBA.
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's this year.
No, you're probably. It probably is what it is. But no, the Bucks.
But even if we have NFL, it's gonna get pushed back.
We need positivity.
The season's
gonna
be
my
like
parents.
I feel like the season's gonna be like 12 games.
Nah,
because if they don't start till August, you have to give them time for preseason and training camp.
Do you really think though that training camp can start till August?
Yeah. Why not?
Did you see what China said? They canceled the entire CBA.
Did they really?
Yes,
no,
they canceled.
They re-postponed it. I thought.
Yeah, but they were like ready to come back, and it's after like. Because,
okay. I'm not. Like, I'm not trying to make it like a political thing, but like, can we really trust China?
I know, but the fact is that they were trying to say that they didn't have bad cases.
China's not like exactly the most.
No, but they obviously have bad cases, and so they're probably equivalent. Like they're probably
Is it because it came back in China? I didn't think they've had.
No, it's just because they obviously lied about like how many cases they had the whole time. Yeah. So they've obviously had more. So they probably have, our numbers are probably like a little bit less than theirs. I don't know. No one knows for sure.
No one knows.
But I feel like we're like kind of in the same ballpark. So we're going to be like on the same schedule as them.
I think we're like in the same ballpark, but like they took so long to actually come to like treat it. Like their first case was like New Year's Eve. And like they were still playing like CBA and stuff, like in late January and like everything. Like our first wave of cases was like, even though we had a couple like weird ones on like those cruise ships and like shit or whatever the fuck those were, but like they like the first real waves of them were like early March, and like we've closed down within like 10 days.
They're like, definitely ahead of us, so they might be over the hill. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up on it that much.
Well, it seems like so long ago that like Rudy Gobert and like the NBA got canceled. Like it seems like years.
I was
like a month, 2
right?
weeks.
2 weeks. That's it.
No, it's been like 3 weeks of quarantine.
It's been 3.
This Friday, I think the fourth Friday.
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago was when like we found out school was gonna be closed.
So we went to school 3 weeks ago on that Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy. I like it'll be so weird to think that like think about like that last Friday we had, if that was like our last day in school. That would be so weird.
Dude,
it sucks, but it probably was.
That like sucks to think about. Like I was like thinking about that. I was like, geez, I was in like stat and we were like messing around and like we thought it was gonna be like we were gonna be like back in like 2 weeks.
I had a calc test.
Yeah, bro.
Our calc teacher just grinds. Like we've been having assignments every single day of this quarantine.
That's
crazy.
That sucks.
This state a lot needs to chill out.
I like forgot about school until like yesterday, and then like I like finally like started like looking into my.
Do we have to like be like everyone was saying like 8 to 11's first and second? Like, do we actually have to be like awake and like in classes online from 8 to 11?
No. They said they're not gonna track attendance, and like dude, who's gonna wake up at 8 a.m. to go to virtual class?
You just imagine the teachers up at 8 a.m. like with an all senior class. There's like 2 kids like in the class.
I honestly like feel bad. Like I'm definitely not the best student. I'm probably not always the best student for my teachers, but I actually like feel bad for them. Like they're like kind of grinding right now.
I know.
And like
no,
they don't
like
realize
other grades like I get like grinding, but like if I was a teacher and I had like an all like English 12 was my class, and I'd be like, dude, like
you just get over. Like seriously,
what's the point?
I tell them to like watch a movie and like write a 2-sentence report, and that's like the quarterly. That'd be like my.
That would be a good idea.
Actually, like that. I think that'd be like perfect.
Teacher
Pete,
be
a good idea.
Nice. Professor
If I was a
Pete.
teacher, I think that would seriously be like every like one of my assignments. I'd just find a movie. Like if I was a math
I think
teacher,
your
I'd
kids
just be
would
like,
be dumb.
I'd be like the accountant and like tell them to like watch that movie and like write a 2-sentence report.
I
And
love
be
that movie. That's a great movie.
What's crazy is I've never seen that in whole. I've just seen that
really?
like part by part. Yeah.
We're now
want
transitioning
to
to the
though.
movie
Very fire.
phase of the
What have you guys
sure.
been, yeah, what have you guys been watching during
I
the
really
Tiger
haven't
King.
been watching much.
So
Like,
much
Yeah,
Tiger King.
Tiger King is wild, dude.
I haven't watched it.
Dude, you
I
need
don't
to
know.
do
I just don't
yourself a
have an interest
favor.
to watch
Watch
I
it.
haven't finished it, but I know what happens because like I listen to like the podcast or part of the New York Times thing. I mean, it is wild stuff, dude.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to finish it, so no spoilers. But
I
it
haven't
is
watched
very
it. I don't
weird.
know. Something like
It
everyone.
is-
I know obviously everyone's going crazy about
Clean,
it. But,
what episode are you up to?
I'm just like I just finished the first one, so like I'm not like
Yeah, isn't the first episode crazy? Like the first
Dude.
episode alone is like insane.
Yeah.
Like
and there's 6 of them, so like I I don't even know what to think. Really,
I mean,
but
I did you guys know that like there was like 7,000 or whatever the number is amount of tigers in the United States?
it's crazy.
Like I seriously
yeah.
had no idea.
It was.
And there's
It's a
actually-
very.
So did you know the Zanesville thing they talked about in the first episode, right? In Ohio,
Mhm.
like when the guy let them free. There's
Yeah.
actually like I have like a funny story about. Well, it's not really funny. It's like kind of sad, but like kind of funny. But like
all right, I won't
So-
laugh.
Okay,
so no.
I gotta check my bread. Hold on, we're going to the oven.
Oh, we get some live
Ooh,
footage. Actually, yeah, I
dang.
want to see this. No, but basically, so the story is, so like like my
Ooh,
great grandma, we were
it
going to
is
visit in
tall.
Indiana, like what was it, 2011, like 9 years ago.
Am I allowed
And
to
we're,
laugh
like, in
at
the
this story?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
But so we're like, we're going into this hotel at like 2 a.m. in Zanesville, Ohio. I mean, it's like pretty middle of the nowhere kind of place in Ohio. And for some reason, my dad was so like eager to stay in it because he heard it was where all the tigers got let loose. And we were like, why is it so like hyped to like stay in the tiger town? But like, so we stay there and we're walking in at like 2 a.m. and there's like this lady at the front desk. And she was a little bit of a strange hotel, whatever, like clerk or whatever those people are. But she was really nice. But I was talking to her. I was like, oh, this is the town where that crazy. And I think I was like 9 when this happened. So or
Right.
like during this conversation. So I was like Tom's age or maybe 10. And I was like, so that I heard about that crazy guy in this town who like let go of all of his like animals and stuff. Like that's so wild. Why'd he do that? Like what a tweak, pretty much is what I said. And
What a tweak.
goes,
Right.
She goes, he was one of my best friends.
No.
And I was
Damn.
like, bro, because apparently I think he like died. Dude, I don't know if he like, I don't know
I have
exactly
no
what
idea.
happened, but like I think he died or something like that, or in jail, or yeah. All I know is it went wild. And she's like, yeah, he was one of my best friends. Those animals were so nice. And she like almost started crying.
Oh shit.
And I was like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? And like I felt so bad. Like I always feel like I feel like I say dumb stuff like that, and it's always at like the worst possible time. And I felt so bad because I pretty much just like made this lady like start to cry in like the middle of the night and like a random night in like over this random hotel in Ohio. And it was definitely one of my dumber things I've done.
That's a good looking bread right there.
That looks gas.
Actually.
Damn.
It's good.
Is that like the
Good to
Easter
go.
bread clean? Dang.
I don't think he heard you. All right. Is there anything else to talk about, or is that a good episode
here.
right there?
Well, I don't know. Let's. I feel like we should like talk
We're
about.
reaching on the 30-minute mark. We don't want too long of a video.
Nah, it's not too long. No, but I was gonna talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
how.
Look at that.
Oh, dang, that
Anyway.
looks fire.
Turn
That looks
it
very
around. There we
good.
go.
Is that like cinnamon and stuff too?
No, it's like chocolate.
Dang, that looks very good.
Dang.
So it's like chocolate and then like
Chocolate pecans, like egg whites. I don't know. It's kind of gas, dude.
that sounds gas. I know. I
I
think
can't wait to.
we need to
I can't
give
wait to
Clean
eat
some
some.
recommendations on
Facts.
what
To
to
make-
I'm
oh, yeah.
all ears.
Also,
DM Serena, we will come
Yeah.
up with some, and then you can also message us
Yeah,
on Twitter
Yeah.
with any recommendations for
You
Colleen to
want
make on
me
his.
to cook anything? Please reach out to us.
What's something you
at
could
Out of the
cook?
Park Pod.
I was gonna say some like Thai chili wings.
Ooh, some wings.
I
Some
actually,
Thai chili wings.
I don't
That's
know
what Peter's-
why, but I was just like feeling that. Like I could
In
definitely
honor
see
of-
that turn out.
March Madness. Actually, that's
Yeah.
a good idea, Pete.
Since
I
we
don't
didn't
know
get to
what
go
you
to
should
B-Dubs. Well, that's what
Ooh.
stinks. I was thinking that was
I
our
was
last,
so excited
that,
for the beat.
that was our last podcast. Like when we were talking about like the future, and we were like, it was when we shot those free throws like blindfolded and all that. And remember we were getting so hyped for March Madness. We were getting like it was electric. Like you could feel the electricity in the last podcast.
You could.
And
you really could.
We were getting
in
really
the
hyped.
air.
We had guests lined up, like all sorts of guests. I mean, it was like serious, like electricity. And then all of a sudden, Corona decides to come in and like spawn in from the middle of nowhere, and then it ruined the vibe.
From China.
It killed the vibe. Yeah, true.
It actually did kill the vibe, literally.
It seriously. Obviously, it's sad. It's like, but like there's bigger things. But like that, it definitely killed the vibe.
The vibe was killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were gonna do the fish fillet taste.
At Arby's.
Taste testing.
Dude, I
at
still haven't
Arby's.
gotten a chance to get the Chick-fil-A one.
I haven't been out to
Chick's
eat
free
since.
delivery though has been clutch over these past couple of days. I always get the
you
coupon
live right
codes in my
next to it.
email.
I
always
haven't
get
gotten.
in the email for the free deliveries.
I haven't eaten out in ages, like in 3 weeks.
Neither have I.
Like I had
I
like
have Chick-fil-A delivery. You
I have
have to.
chick withdrawal. Like I see the Chick-fil-A app and like I almost start to cry. Like,
Have you been getting those free delivery offers?
Well, yeah, but like it's like far away and I don't have a card hooked up. And my parents like don't want to like buy stuff because like they think we're gonna get like the big C.
The big C from the chick.
Yeah,
The big
I mean,
C. I've been saving so much money on like food and like
same.
like I haven't spent any money in like 2 weeks.
Well,
None.
I've been
I've
using
wasted
mine on
almost
food.
2K, but other than 2K, I've saved.
Oh,
some
also
money.
we're accepting 2K bets. If you want to
Yeah.
challenge me or
And
Peter.
we
for
gotta
financial-
figure out a way to Twitch live stream like our 2K games.
Yeah, I can
we
do it.
could
I
do
can do
that.
it. I know how to do it. We can
Okay.
get a nice little recording. If anyone's interested, we're open to any ideas for content
Yeah.
over this quarantine
Also-
because who knows how long it could last.
Yeah, and we want to keep
Facts.
you guys like entertained. It's a good opportunity to like keep up with the content, even though it might not
And
be
grow the
sports.
brand too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we're reaching a different platform now with the YouTube. That could be
Yeah,
good.
we'll get the YouTube channel up and running. So
Yeah.
Also,
anything
if
else?
you're ever wondering like when a podcast is coming out or like what we're up to, check us out on Twitter, Out of the Park Pod. That's
Definitely,
like where all our information is.
we try to keep you guys updated there. Twitter's definitely the best bet to go to for that. So
All
yeah.
right.
It was good.
Thanks for
Yeah, it was good
watching.
doing it again. It was good to get back in the groove.
Yeah, I gotta
All
sleep.
right,
boys. See ya.
All right. See you
Peace.
guys.